Hello, my name is Zaire Cowan, and today I will be describing my off the grid home garden. Now, in my home garden, I labeled many various things like I have labeled a makeshift water tower, which will collect rainwater, which leads to another bamboo. Well, makeshift water tower is made out of bamboo, believe it or not. Will be made out of bamboo, leading to a bamboo tube that leads to another bamboo tube that leads to a system of tubes for drip irrigation. Now, I picked drip irrigation because since since my makeshift water tower is going to collect a lot of water during the rainy seasons, which I will be using that mostly during the rainy seasons. I have a lot of water going through different system of tubes, which actually would distribute the water a lot better than a lot more other irrigation methods that I've seen. Now during the more drier during the more drier days or drier seasons that it doesn't really rain, that get little to no rain, that's when I'll do manual irrigation. I'll go outside and manually water the plants that I'll plant. And a question you probably ask is, am I going to be using this or am I going to be using my garden for myself, like self-sufficient, for myself, for me to survive, or for income? I will be using it for both. Some of the crops that I grow will be for income that I can travel to the local market and trade and buy, uh, sell for money that I can buy different other plants and vegetables with that I'll probably need. Now, another question you probably ask is the soil that I am using fertile or good to use? Yes, the soil is, since it rains almost year around, the soil is very healthy, so it doesn't need anything changed about it or anything um used or any fertilizer or nothing like that. The soil is perfect. The soil is healthy. The soil is healthy itself. Another question you might ask is, how do I intend to get water for it? Like I said, I have a makeshift water tower that will collect rainwater, and I also have rain barrels for when I have to go outside and manually irrigate during the drier seasons. I'll have water saved up from when it during the rainy season, and when it starts getting drier and raining less. That's when I'll go outside and manually irrigate. And how I intend to keep pests off my crops is by using now how I intend to keep pests off of my garden, since my soil is already clean or healthy, that's already a deter for plant insects. Now, if that doesn't deter them enough, I will buy pest resistant seeds that they'll still grow, but it'll also keep the pests away. And even if they eat some of the plants, they'll die right along with it. So now, another question you might have is, what are the many plants and vegetables that I will grow during each season? Now, plants that I'll grow during spring plants and vegetables that I'll grow during the spring are carrots, onions, beans, raspberries, peppers, broccoli, tomatoes, cucumbers, garlic, and potatoes. Now, during the summer, I'll probably plant and sell corn, melon, squash, berries, sweet potatoes, or yams, greens, and spinach. During fall, is mainly the spices like spices and vegetables like arugula, parsley, bush beans, oregano, cilantro, rosemary, thyme, or chives. Now, last but not least, plants, vegetables, and fruits that I grow during the winter are cabbages, kale, beets, salad greens, celery, collards, and even green onions. And now, like I was saying when I was describing my home, I will have a compost toilet. I'll have a compost toilet because I'll be able to use my own bodily waste to compost with my plants if and when I have to. That's the reason why I said my compost toilet is connected with my garden. All in all, my garden is both self-sufficient to I and the people I am selling these crops to, my fruits and vegetables and other plants too. So I am not only self-sufficient in my own health and hunger, I am also gaining an income at the same time, while also probably getting other plants, vegetables, or fruits that I get from buying and trading with the locals. So my garden is both sufficient. Like I said, my garden is both self-sufficient to I and my well-being and my income's well-being. Have a nice day.